Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
There he goes inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 45 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Mayfield on 1st down. Flush to his right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Higgins. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Here's Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he lost 6 there on the 1st down play. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time. Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed with the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there? Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime scout with the Cowboys. And I love the senior committee bringing in Johnny Robinson, the safety with Kansas City.
Tony Gonzalez was a first ballot guy. And, of course, when I hear Ty Law's name, you think, wow, he started this great Patriots dynasty that we're still living in.
You're exactly right. And the Patriots, with all of their championships, probably underrepresented in the Hall of Fame.
Now it's Breida. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down That means someone read that one really well and was right on the spot when the ball got to the receiver.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go. 11.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. 2018, a terrific year for Kittle. Pro Bowler for the first time and broke Travis Kelce's record for receiving yards in a season by a tight end, 1,377.
Oh, you're a mischievous one, my partner. You just gave me that wink, didn't you? Because you were getting ready to say that mark stood for what? 3 hours
About
or so?
3, maybe 4 hours.
Because Travis Kelce had just topped Rob Gronkowski's record earlier that same afternoon. And then here comes George Kittle. What a day for exchanging the record, and who holds it?
11.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo escaping the pressure right. And that is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. Football going back to the Cleveland Browns here. All right, let's take a peek back at last season. 7-8-1. You mentioned it earlier. They were a few breaks away from being a playoff team. Hard to believe. But now you go into the offseason for the first time in a long time, Charles, with expectations going into next year.
And how excited is everyone to actually have expectations rather than being the laughing stock of the NFL? You just mentioned they went 7-8-1, 0-16 in 2017, so everyone will take that. But you're right. What's the next step? With Baker Mayfield, their quarterback, they believe they can contend for a playoff spot next year. They still will need some help on the defensive end, but what a great place they've started. Myles Garrett at defensive end, Denzel Ward at cornerback, both of them going to the Pro Bowl this season. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back.
Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. Where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well. Not
much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Charles Chubb, heck of a rookie season, but do you think it bothers him that he had 996 yards?
I'll guarantee you it bothers him. It reminds me of a runner by the name of Dave Hampton, who played for the Atlanta Falcons, who actually went over 1,000 yards in a 14-game season. They gave him the game ball, stopped the game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards on the ground. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. What? Nothing. What? Nothing.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl, and as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and for the second straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Donald was expected. We knew that was going to happen. Mahomes, we thought would happen. There was that school of thought that maybe Drew Brees might walk away with the MVP since he's never won one, but Mahomes a deserving winner. How about the Offensive Rookie of the Year? Saquon Barkley with the Giants. Many thought it might be Baker Mayfield with Cleveland.
Yeah, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Darius Leonard of the Colts, and the Colts Comeback Player of the Year, Andrew Luck, and very deservedly so.
I would say that for sure, and he beat out J.J. Watt, who also would have been a deserving winner. Coach of the Year, I thought was a close vote, or probably should have been closer to me, because I thought Anthony Lynn from the Chargers deserved some respect, but Matt Nagy of the Bears, he ends up winning the award. They went 12-4 in his rookie season.
And then last one we need to mention, Chris Long of the Eagles, well-deserved Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. Congrats to all.
Yeah, how about that? Donated his first 4 game checks to fund a literacy program that donated free books and mentoring services for families. And remember, last season, he donated every game check to causes that he felt strongly about.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Here's Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. The Browns try to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Airing it deep for Garcon. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw, Mayfield. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Higgins. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield now. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, Mayfield dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Mayfield to throw it, flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. A little juke, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets them a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they do.
They run with Breda. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Screen play, McKinnon. Escapes the defender. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas. In there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A first throw here for the backup Taylor. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Escaping the pressure right. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. Taylor will bring the Browns up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Taylor steps away to his left. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 27. Now it's Taylor. He's going to let it go deep for the ends. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 27 yards. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hey, gun.
Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And Gold is able to put it through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete. Now it's Taylor. He's going to let it fly. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Flushed out right. Got it open man. He completes it to Callaway. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. Taylor to throw. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are back within a score. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. They'll toss it to Breida. going to get this inside the 30. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time...
And then you go